Hi guys, welcome to Adventure First. My name is Alex DeNicola. Today I'm going to be looking at the new interview from Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez, or as Elaine would like to say, Vasquez. They were on Good Morning America this morning, and as a spokesperson for Amber Heard would say, they are taking a victory lap. Probably completely different than the two interviews that Elaine did a few days ago, but we'll see. The verdict's still out on that one, right? Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Let's get started.
Lawyers Camille Vasquez and Ben Chu sitting down for their first interview since the blockbuster by ex-wife Amber Heard. Welcome to you both. Camille, let me begin with you. I think the verdict surprised a lot of legal experts. They thought it was a very uphill fight from the beginning for you all. What was the key to victory?
I think the key to victory was focusing on the facts and the evidence.
Focusing on the facts and the evidence. It's funny that she said that, because that's what Elaine said that they tried to do on Amber's case, except one of the two sides actually had facts and evidence.
And Johnny's opportunity to speak the truth for the first time. It was
Exactly.
6 years in the making, and I think he was able to connect with the jury and the general public and tell what really happened in this relationship.
He wasn't in the courtroom for the verdict. What was his reaction when you told him?
He was over the moon. It was like
That makes me happy.
the weight of the world had been taken off his shoulders, and I feel that finally, after 6 years, he's gotten his life back.
He also went on TikTok yesterday thanking his supporters on social media. What role did social media play in this verdict?
Speaking of TikTok, I did a breakdown on his first TikTok yesterday showing the story that his first TikTok tells. So if you want to check it out, it'll be in the description below.
My view is that social media played no
here it is.
role whatsoever. This was a decision made by the jury on the evidence presented by both sides. And as Camille said, it was overwhelmingly in Mr. Depp's favor.
Ms. Heard's lawyers put out a statement yesterday.
I love that he said that, because in Elaine's interview, she says that there's no way the jury wasn't swayed by social media, right? And that's complete garbage. They did a 6-week trial, and after all of it, it didn't go in your favor. So now that you're saying that the justice system doesn't work, the same one that you've been working in for how long? I think that's incredibly unprofessional. And it's crazy the levels of professionalism between Amber Heard's lawyer, Elaine, and these two. It's a breath of fresh air to see someone rational speaking out on this topic that was involved.
Saying the verdict was a setback for women's rights. And they went on to say that it's unseemly and unprofessional for you all to be, quote, taking a victory lap for setting back decades of how women can be treated in the courtroom. How do you respond to that?
I think it's disappointing.
I like that they say spokesperson for Amber Heard, because is there really a spokesperson for Amber Heard, or is it just Amber Heard? Also, why is it considered a victory lap if they're out a week and a half after the verdict, where your lawyer was out 2 days questioning the justice system, saying that the jury failed you? I think I would rather wait a week and a half to hear a victory lap than to hear excuses a day after. But that's just me, though.
We're only speaking about what happened in this case, right? And the facts in this case were overwhelmingly positive for Johnny. And the verdict speaks for itself.
How about the broader criticism, though? It's not just from Heard's teams. Victims advocates have argued that the verdict is going to have a chilling effect on domestic violence victims, and it's a blow to the Me Too movement.
I think our response to that is we encourage any victim to come forward. Domestic violence doesn't have a gender.
Exactly.
So you don't...
These advocates are not real advocates. They are sexist. A lot of them hate men. Eve Barlow, for example, she's not a good person, right? These people that are saying it's a setback for women, it's a setback for victims, that's not true. That's not true at all. And if you listen to, I'll link it in the description, but if you listen to Rob from Law and Lumber and Joe from Good Logic, their rant the other day, it's enough to come forward if you're telling the truth. To sit on the stand and do what Amber did, that's not enough. That is not enough to do anything, because it's not the truth. You're lying and you're acting and you're really bad at it. So I'm glad that she said that.
See this as a setback to the movement in any way, shape, or form?
We do not. We believe that...
How could it be?
The verdict speaks for itself. The facts are what they were. The jury made a unanimous decision based on those facts.
During your cross-examination, what was your impression of Ms. Heard's impression on the jury?
I think that her impression on the jury was what it was. I think something that I focused on and we focused on in that cross-examination was using her words against her. And it was very important for us to, every question that was asked was tied to something she had said previously. And I think the jury got to see and the world got to see and hear from Ms. Heard in that relationship on every single topic.
And George, I think there was a real contrast. Johnny took ownership of a lot of things, and it seemed...
I love that he just said that, because in the closing arguments, if you watch the trial, Ben Chu went up there and he said, Johnny takes responsibility for all of his downfalls, all of his substance abuse, but the person on the other side will take no responsibility for anything. She will blame everybody and she will lie. And then 20 minutes later, when Ben Rottenborn got up, he says the same exact thing but flipped. Amber takes full responsibility and Johnny can never admit to anything, and it's complete bullcrap. Complete bullcrap.
At times, and perhaps it came through to the jury, that she had an answer for everything and she wasn't taking accountability for anything. Exactly. And I think that made a difference.
Heard's lawyers say she plans to appeal the verdict. She doesn't have the money to pay for the judgment, and you all have said that the goal is not to impoverish Ms. Heard. Is it possible where we could see a settlement where she forgoes the appeal in return for Mr. Depp waiving any monetary damages?
Well, George, we obviously can't disclose attorney-client communications, but as Mr. Depp testified, and as we both made clear in our respective closings, this was never about money for Mr. Depp.
That's amazing.
So this was about restoring his reputation, and he's done that.
So you're not disclosing any privileges, but it sounds like that's something that could be on the table, but it's up to Ms. Heard?
Again, we have to be careful what we say, but this was about Mr. Depp's reputation. That was what it was about for him.
Your life has changed a lot in the last several weeks. You got made partner this week. Congratulations. Both of you have also become something of social media stars. How has it changed? What does it feel like?
It's been surreal, and if I'm being honest, a bit overwhelming. But if I can be an inspiration to young women that want to go to law school and study and work hard, then it was all worth it.
You made the choice.
That right there is the contrast between someone like Amber Heard and someone like Camille Vasquez. Amber Heard wants to be the spokesperson for people that she's not a part of. She's lied. She's lied and tried to ruin people under the guise of being a survivor, under being an advocate for something that's way bigger than she is, which is complete bullcrap. She has done nothing except for lie, destroy, ruin, manipulate from the very beginning. And anyone that's watched this trial can see that. Whereas Camille Vasquez, everything that she said, you can see it on her face, is 100% genuine. If she can be an inspiration to women, to young girls that can further their life, become lawyers, do something, and work hard to get there, that's what she wants to do, even if the attention is overbearing for her. That's a good person. Amber is not.
To go to Virginia for this trial, how much of a difference did that make?
I think Virginia was a good venue for some legal and other reasons, and it has a fabulous court system, tremendous judges and fair juries, and I think this...
Fair juries, exactly.
The evidence was listened to carefully on both sides by the jury, and again, it came overwhelmingly in Johnny's favor.
Ms. Heard did win on one count of defamation. Will you be appealing that?
Again, I think it's premature to say, but if you look at the context of the verdict, and it was a total win for Johnny.
It was a total win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, George.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you watching this video. If you stick around, please like, share, and subscribe. I will be doing more reactions, breakdown, music video breakdowns, anything that has to do with video production I will be touching on, especially in the legal capacity. That's something that I've really grown to take a liking to, so thank you guys so much. My name is Alex. Remember, in order to always venture deeper, you must venture first. Thank you.